What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a couple of looks as promised with the new Colourpop All That palette. This is a collection that came out that's kind of Valentine's themed, but the reason that I'm specifically digging this is because although it is very like warm and red and Valentine's, there are a few things in here that are a little bit cool toned mixed in, a little bit different, and I feel like we can get some like really interesting looks out of this. This first look, for instance, wow, not what I was planning, but I don't know, I think I kind of like where we ended up anyway. And the second look is still TBD because I didn't film that yet, so we'll see where the road takes us. But what I'm also giving a try to today is I bought like the little Colourpop like 2-product set. This is the Tender Love and Care kit, which has 3 mini versions of the just a tint lip, I guess they're lipsticks in it. They're these little crayon ones and I always see them on Instagram and they look so smooth and beautiful when people apply them. And I was like, you know what? It's time to try. It's time to try. So I'm planning to use at least 2 of those in these looks today. What else? What else? New book club video should be up in a couple of days. Oh my god, I'm so behind on actually making it, but we'll get there. It's gonna be okay. Don't forget to leave a like on this video because it's very helpful to me. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to charge your phone. Don't forget to text that person back because you totally just looked at their message and thought, ha ha ha, yeah, in your head, and then put your phone down and never actually answered. Also, if you've ever messaged me or texted me and I didn't answer you, that's literally exactly what happened. Every time. Every single time. Oh, and lately a couple of you have been leaving comments about my nails and that you like them and that you want to bring a picture the next time you get a manicure, and the best place to keep up with that is definitely my Instagram stories. Usually when I do my nails, I use press-ons all the time and I do them myself, but that doesn't mean that they couldn't recreate that with acrylics or something if that's what you do, or even just a regular manicure. I'll post what I used and like a picture of them or like a boomerang of them on my Instagram story. So you could either get the stuff to do them the way that I do them yourself, or you could just take a screenshot if you want to and bring it to the person who does your manicure. All right, I think that's all I wanted to tell you guys before we actually get into the meat and potatoes of this video. So let me just shut up and get into look number 1 with the Colourpop All That palette. So this is the inside of the All That palette. This gives me some 90s vibes, and upon first glance, I wasn't expecting those vibes. So I got kind of like vibe swindled, I think. I thought I had a plan for this first look because, I don't know, I just thought I did. But now that I'm looking at this, I really want to use this color here, and that was not part of the plan for the first look, but I'm gonna do it anyway, and we're just gonna see how it comes together, and that's the tea, bitch. Ooh, and I just came up with a plan for the second look. Ooh, okay. My brain's working and we're getting excited. All right. So my BH number 6, I'm gonna go into the shade Wink Wink, which is right up here, and I'm going to start putting that through my crease. I'm also going to tap a little bit of that on the outer corner of the lid, and I'm not going to make it quite a flicked out shape, but not entirely round either, kind of in between the two. And do you know why? Because I didn't decide which version I wanted to do, and so now I'm kind of just taking the average of both. And I'm going to grab a clean blending brush and blend the edge of that. On a MAC 221 brush, I'm going to go into the shade Please Me, and I'm going to use that to deepen up the crease and the outer corner a little bit, keeping it a little bit higher than my natural crease. Ooh, damn! That put down a lot of color in one shot, and I wasn't ready. I was not emotionally prepared. But oh my god. You know what I want to know? How many people work in product development for Colourpop? Like, what is the size of the team they have doing this? Because like, it's gotta be so many people for them to crank out palettes the way that they do and have them like almost always be really good. What, you got 500, 600, 700, 1,000 people working? What, how do you do it? It's time to create a little space on our inner corner. It's not really the inner corner, it's the intersection, whatever. I'm gonna cut the crease on the inside corner. So I'm gonna grab my concealer and my brush, and I'm gonna cut the inner corner, just and this is going to give us a really nice spot to put down that infatuation color that is just absolutely calling my name right now. Just gonna tap the edge of that with my finger as always to blend it and soften it and make our life easier in a few minutes when we're trying to blend over that shit. So I'm gonna take my MAC 242 brush and I'm gonna go into Infatuation. This is one of those shades that has like, you know, like that funky chunky texture. I usually wind up liking those shades. So I'm taking that on my MAC 242 brush and I'm gonna try it dry first, and I have a funny feeling it may do better wet, but we're gonna try. Yeah, that's pretty, but we're gonna wet it. Yeah, okay, see, that's so much better. I'm not sure how much you can see on camera, but that has like a nice glitter in the shimmer. I like that a lot. It's quite nice. Well done, Colourpop. I'm gonna grab my Real Techniques shading brush and I'm gonna go into the shade Silhouette. Blend that over the edge of that shimmer. And I'm gonna take my MAC 242 brush again and go back into, what the hell was this called? Please Me. And I'm gonna use that on the outer corner and blend it into the crease. Getting quite an amount of fallout here. Nothing that can't be fixed, but worth noting, worth noting. So I'm gonna blend Infatuation over that matte. Might need to go back and forth with it a couple times. So now that this is here, what I wanted to do initially was do a wing with this look with my NABLA Dazzle liner in the color Cruel Jewel, because I felt like this color goes really well with the whole theme and all that, but I feel like it's very close to the color on the inner corner. So I think what I'm gonna do now is put down a wing with my regular black liner. This is the Urban Decay Perversion liquid liner, and then maybe do like an ombre of the Cruel Jewel over the outer half. So it's like metallic over the mattes and then black over the metallic. Does that make sense? I don't know if it's gonna work out, but here goes nothing. I don't know, guys. I think that blends in too much, and this would be better with just a plain old black wing. I think I done goofed. Ooh, what if I just outlined the outside in black and left a little bit of the red in the middle? Okay, okay. Let's regroup. Can you tell that I never practice these looks and I come up with these things on the fly? The secret's out now. All right, I'm gonna take this little Bobbi Brown pointed liner brush and I'm gonna grab a little bit more of Infatuation and I'm gonna use that to blend the liner into the black just a little bit right there, just a tiny bit. Then I'm gonna grab my black liner again and go back over the edge of that to make a black outline over what we already did. I think that'll make it better. All right, I'm gonna have to get really close to the mirror for this. I apologize. Stand by, I'll be back. All right, I might need to clean that up a little bit more, but conceptually, I think I like this a lot better. Is this entirely even on both sides? No. Is this even remotely close to the very loose plan that I had to begin with? Also no. But you know what? I also don't hate it. What I'm thinking though is that I kind of want to keep the underside like a little more bare. Like I want it to be like a top side look. So I'm gonna take my MAC. What the fuck MAC is this? Oh, it's not. It's Morphe. Oops, sorry, MAC, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna take this Morphe M433 and I'm gonna go into the shade Cha Cha and I'm just gonna lightly run that along the underside of the eye to give it some soft definition, but I'm not gonna make it like as crazy and deep as we did on the top, because I don't know, I'm liking this, like the lift, the little that I'm getting right here. Not to like suck Colourpop's ass or anything, but like their mattes just really blend so damn well, and the fact that their palettes are so affordable all the time really just fucking makes me so happy inside. For the waterline, I'm gonna grab Tarte Fake Awake. I'm almost out of this pencil, and I don't know if I'm gonna buy the same one again or if I'm gonna switch back to like another nude pencil that I really like. So many choices in this life, you know? I'm really rambling a lot today while I do this. If you hate that, I'm sorry. But if you like that, you're welcome. I think for the most part, the eyes are almost done, but I do want to add a little bit of what is it? A highlight. Why? What is wrong with me? So I'm gonna go into the shade Fishnets. It's not the brightest, most highlighty shade, but it's a little bit brighter than the shades we've already used. So I think it's gonna just bring a little bit of light to the area without kind of overwhelming the look. I'm gonna take that on a pencil brush and just pop it right the fuck in there. All right, I finished the eyes with Stella Luxe. I liked the flare with the wing. I always say that. You guys probably know by now. So this little Tender Love and Care lip kit with the Just a Tint minis in them comes with 3 shades. There's Gimme S'more, the Strand, and Cutie Fruity. I'm gonna try a little, like, just to see what the shade is like, and then decide which one we're gonna use. That one I think is too light. That one, these smell, they smell like something, but what is it? It's like a candy or a drink that I used to have a lot of, but what the fuck is it? Oh my God, it's so familiar, it's gonna make me crazy. What does it smell like? Or that one. No, that one's too dark, I think. Since we have quite a bit going on in the eyes with this look, I'm gonna go with Gimme S'more, the lightest one, and then maybe, we'll see. We'll try one of the darker shades in the next look. So I'm gonna wipe this off real quick, and we're gonna apply this. And this is the first look. Time for look number 2. I put a hat on because between these 2 looks, I have gone to the gym and oh my God, do I not want to deal with like what's under here. So for the second look, I want to still use the reds in this palette because hello, it's a Valentine's Day palette. But I think what I'm going to do is use the reds as like the base shades that everything blends out into and really kind of concentrate on a couple of the cooler tones in here as well. So I'm gonna take my BH number 6 and I'm gonna go into the shade Cha Cha. This is such a pretty shade. I used this on the lower lash line in the last look and it was just so soft and I think it'll be really nice to blend things out into. So I'm gonna put that above my crease and blend it toward my brow. I feel like this shade will be really pretty on its own, just as like a wash of color over the entire lid. A glossy lip or a red lip. Ooh. I'm gonna bring that up good and high toward my brow. Why, you ask? Because I fucking feel like it, that's why. On my MAC 221 brush, I'm gonna go into Please Me. This shade was great for deepening up the crease and the lid in the last look. Definitely going back for seconds on that. I'm gonna take that through the crease, keeping it slightly higher than the natural crease though. I'm really living for the mattes in this palette, I must say. They are exquisite. I'm gonna take a little bit more of that shade and put it on the outer corner and a little bit on the inner corner. I'm gonna take a pencil brush and I'm gonna go into the shade of the Feels and I'm gonna pack that on the outer and inner corner. I'm gonna take this NABLA small pencil brush and bring a little bit of that shade, the Feels, right through the crease as well. Even though it has some shimmer in it, the base of it is matte, so I think it'll still look really good to deepen up that crease, bring a little smokiness to the situation. I really like the way this color looks on the lid so far. This looks great and blends really well. It's got a lot of fallout and we definitely need to neaten up this middle part. We're gonna get to that though. But before we do any of that, I'm gonna go into the Feels on my finger and I'm going to press that into the outer portions with my finger just to get that glitter texture a little bit. It works a lot better with your finger, which is a trick I learned from one of you guys in my comment section. I'm gonna grab my concealer and do a little half moon spotlight situation in the center. A little when the moon hits your eye, if you will. I am so excited for this emoji, by the way. Never been more excited for an emoji in my life. I'm just taking a little bit of concealer and I'm going to use my NABLA cut crease brush. I'm just going to make a little spot right in the center, add some structure, add some brightness to the look so we can make this baby pop. And I've explained this probably 72,000 times, but for those who are new, I will reiterate. I like to do my little cuts with my eyes open, looking straight in the mirror so I can see where they will land when my eyes are open. So I know what the look is going to look like most of the time because I don't walk around the world with my eyes closed. And then once that spot is down, I'll tip my head back and just kind of fill that area in so I make my lid nice and flat and get that concealer nice and even over the rest of the lid. tapping that concealer out with my finger to blend most of it, and then just blending the top with a pencil brush for a little bit more control. Now, sometimes when I do any kind of a cut crease, spotlight sort of a thing, I almost want to go ahead and leave it the way that it is before I put a shadow over the concealer, because I like that bright contrast. Today, I'm going to do using an eyeshadow equivalent of that, essentially. I'm going to grab the shade Come Through. I keep wanting to say Kung Fu. What? Why? And I'm going to press that over where I put down that concealer. It's kind of like almost a nude pink shade with a little bit of glitter in it, and I think that it's going to give like a very cool effect over the concealer. I could go much more obvious and just put Risque there, but I think this is more interesting. I'm going to use the shape of that brush to edge that up against the upper part of the concealer. And I'm just going to go back in with the pencil brush that I used for the black, make sure that that's still popping. I'm going to go through the waterline with Urban Decay Alkaline pencil, bring some of those burgundies back into the situation. I'm also going to sharpen this real quick before I do it so I don't stab my eyeball completely out of the socket. I'm going to take the NABLA small pencil brush and I'm going to go into Please Me. Take that underneath the lower lash line. This color is so good. And blend the edge with a clean brush. This is a BH number 7. I'm using a number 7 for this because I already brought it down really far and I don't want to bring it down too much farther than that, and the 7's a little smaller, so I have a little bit more control over where I'm blending it. You know what I mean? And last, but certainly not least, I'm going to grab a pencil brush and I'm going to go into Risque. I'm going to wet this a little bit and I'm going to pop it right on my inner corner. I didn't want to put it in the center because it was too obvious, but you know I couldn't not use this color. Just going to pack that on in a really concentrated spot, and then use a clean pencil brush with no extra product on it just to blend it into the surrounding shades. It's a little trick I like to do sometimes to get like a lot of saturation with a color, especially a shimmer, and then not spread it out too far, because you know sometimes if you get a lot of product down then you try to blend it out, it's like holy shit, that's all over my whole eye now. This way you get that impact, you get that little punch of color, but you don't spread it too damn. I added House of Lashes Midnight Luxe. I love the way these pair with a spotlight in the center. Just finished up the skin, and I also glued this eye like a little bit together with my eyelash glue. But outside of that, I'm living for this look. So for the lip, I want to try another one of these Justed tints, but this time I think I'm going to pair it with a lip liner. I loved the finish of the first one we used in the first look. It was absolutely beautiful, but I also want to see how it pairs with a liner, first of all, and second of all, I want to see if liner kind of makes it last longer. My experience with the first one is that although it looks really gorgeous when you apply it, it does not last very long on the lips at all. It's very, very balmy. I also find the mystery scent very, very strong. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Whatever it is, I am not a fan. I'm going to line my lips with the NABLA pencil in the color Melrose, and then I am going to use the shade The Strand in the center. It's kind of like a light pink. It looks a lot darker than it is when it gets on the lips. And this is the second look. This palette, honestly, kind of knocked my socks off a little bit more than I was expecting it to. I always love the Colourpop pressed shadows. I think that they perform really, really well. Sometimes do I get a little bit overwhelmed with the number of them that come out all the time? Yeah, absolutely. But when I get one, am I ever disappointed? No, not really. I don't think I've ever really found one that's disappointing, but this one does stand out to me in that I feel like the mattes in here are like above and beyond as far as quality is concerned. Everything blended beautifully. Everything was so opaque. The shimmers are beautiful too, don't get me wrong, but the mattes in here really, really stand out. This is in the cardboard packaging, which I know a lot of people prefer. Everything about this, it pretty much ticked all the boxes for me. Now, the Just a Tint lip crayons, the finish of them is gorgeous. It looks so buttery and smooth when you apply it to the lips. It really gives just like a healthy, smooth glow of color. However, so the mystery scent Everybody on Instagram was saying it's passion fruit or guava, which I could totally see either of those, but that's not what it reminds me of. What it reminds me of, and I just thought of this, it just hit me, you know, when something just snaps into place. There used to be like a fruity, probably passion fruit scent from Bath and Body Works, and like they had this little hand sanitizer, and it was in a green bottle, and it was a pumpy bottle, and it had little balls in it. It definitely smelled like this. Now, that being said, I hate this smell. I know smell is extremely subjective, so I don't know, you might really love it, but for me, first of all, it's a lot. It's a very strong smell, and also it's just not an appealing scent to me. I don't like the experience in my nostrils. One other little thing that I didn't love about them is I did feel like they wore away very quickly. This strikes me more as a product that you would wear if you were just kind of looking natural for the day. If you don't mind having a hang on while I just touch myself up moment in the car before you go into brunch or something, I don't think you'll mind it, but they definitely don't stay on the lips for a very long time. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know, did you pick this one up? Do you have your eye on this one? Do you have your eye on the other Valentine's-y one that they're doing exclusively with Ulta? I would love to hear it. Also, if there is any other Valentine's collection that you have your eye on, I would love to hear about that as well. So many of you have asked if I'm getting the Melt Modern Love collection in PR. As far as I know, I don't think I am. They have sent me some stuff recently, but I didn't get any notification that I'm getting that, so I will be doing a review on it, but I have to wait until it does the pre-sale so I can order it. But that is coming one way or another. I'm very excited for that one as well, and I'm glad to hear that you guys are like hyped about it too. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Both of those things would be awesome. Also, if you want to keep up with me on Instagram, I post over there on my stories an awful lot, and you kind of get to take part in picking what is going to come up next on this channel a lot of the times, or just like seeing new products early, weighing in on things. You guys have been helping me pair different pants that I've purchased with different shoes, and my God, you're all geniuses. You're geniuses. I'm telling you. One of you really just like changed my whole perspective on an outfit yesterday, and my mind was blown. I was shooketh. Either way, come find me over there. I'm at Miss Quinface. I would love to have you be a part of that little crew as well. I think that is all for today. As always, I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this video, hang out with me, talk about makeup, and I will see you in the next one.